In today's video, I'll be doing a couple entries in my personal journal, and I'll be doing them in the style of old medieval manuscripts. I've been practicing Gothic lettering recently, specifically Gothic textura quadrata, and so I want to do a spread using that style of calligraphy and doing the layout very inspired by how they used to do manuscripts back in the day. I won't be using any stickers, everything will be hand lettered, and with that said, this won't be historically accurate whatsoever. This is just me having fun in my journal. I'll be using a few different pens today. I'm not sure which ones I want to use, but I brought out a few. The first is the TWSBI Diamond 580 ALR, and this one has a custom nib on here. It's the Franklin Christoph medium cursive italic nib. I wanted a finer stub, so that's why I'm using this one for the body of the text. And then for other lettering in here, I'll be using the LAMY Safari, and I have a 1.9mm stub. And this one I'm not entirely sure I want to use it, but I brought it out just in case. But it's a Kiwaguro Sport, and this one has a 1.9 stub as well, but black ink. This one has red ink in here, and then this one has black ink. So I'll be doing black and red for this spread. Then I also have mechanical pencil and a Copic multiliner. So those are the tools. And for this one, I want to do a big drop cap, basically, and lettering in the middle, and then this one I want to do maybe an illustration and then 2 columns. I'm going to block out the layouts in pencil. That way I can have a set expectation of where my margins should be. And I'll put up on the screen my inspiration for this one. I really love that look. The inspiration has a lot more verticality to it, so I'm going to try to force that vertical nature by bringing in my margins even more. And this mechanical pencil is a very light orange, which I want to use because it erases very easily and it's not easily visible. It's slightly off-centered here. Okay, and so my drop cap here, I want it to be exactly a square. So I'm going to count my squares. 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here. That's my drop cap square, and I think I want to do every other line because I just did a spread recently, this one, and I did it every line and it was way too tight and some of the letters just like mashed together. So I'm going to do every other to give it some room to breathe. I can't decide if I want it on the very top or the second. I feel like if I do it at the very top, if I have letters that go past, it's going to look sloppy, so I think actually I'm going to start right here. And for my drop cap, I have to figure out what my first word of the sentence is going to be so I can make the right letter. I think I'm going to start with the word my, talk about my day, so I'll do an M here. And this M is not Gothic textura quadrata, this is a different M. So as I said, this isn't historically accurate, I'm mixing fonts, so I'm just having fun here. Okay, and then this one, I think I'm going to do the full column. I feel like this space here feels weird. What if I did like an illustration or something? So maybe this will be an illuminated manuscript. What am I drawing? I have no idea yet. I really don't know what I'm doing for this entry. I'm just kind of figuring out as I go. And I don't even know what I'm writing for these days because nothing happened on these days. So I have to think of enough words to fill in these sections. So I'm basically going to be writing about how mundane my day was in pretty letters. Put this here so ink doesn't bleed. Oh no, I already smeared it. Oh, I knew this was gonna happen. Okay. I don't know how I'm gonna do this whole thing without smearing even more. Also, this red is like darker than what I had initially intended. Then also in the inspiration, some of the sentences began with a colorful cap letter, so I might try to incorporate that into here as well. Okay, so the stub that I usually practice on, it's thicker, and so it's easier for me to, here's an example of my practice, it's easier for me to get more accurate looking letters, but this one is quite thin, and so I'm struggling with my spacing right now and the thickness of my letters, but it is what it is, so I guess I shall continue. I'm adding a brighter red here to make the red pop a little more, because right now it's not popping as much as I want it to. And I'm almost tempted to do the lines with red throughout this whole thing to give it more of that look of the inspiration. Okay, I think I'm done with this. I just need to erase my pencil lines a little more. Oh. Oh, yikes. Oh no. Oh well, it gives it an old looking feel to it. Oops. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Okay, so I'm going to do the center drawing first, and then I'll do the text after, because I feel like if I do it the other way around, I'm going to smudge my text, like how I did here. Lots of smudging going on there. As for what I'm drawing, I do not know. That is a good question, but I'm going to keep this red and black theme going. Okay, now what to put in the center is the question. Feels like it matches that page better. Should I make these red lines again? I feel like I should. Okay, so it's not going to be an even end. I think I can do something decorative. On the very last one, match that diamond. Now I think that template is done. The only thing left is to write. All right, I think that finishes this. And look, it didn't bleed through. Sweet. I do think that the thicker stub, the 1.9 versus the, I don't even know what size stub this is. It's just called the medium cursive italic nib, but the thicker one really is great for Gothic lettering to get it to look more authentic. This one doesn't look as authentic. I was struggling with the spacing and the thickness of the letters, but yeah, thicker stub, it's much easier to do traditional Gothic lettering. The only drawback is that the text is massive. But I guess if you don't want to write a lot that day, like I didn't really have much to say for these 2 days, this is a great way to fill up space in a visually appealing way. But yeah, this is my video, and thank you so much for watching.